on location again, which is very exciting for us. Maybe not you guys, because we get to hang out together.
It's
I'm
perfect.
still not smoking, but and won't be. Today, I have a few questions for Carl. It is about focus, right? Which I think is pretty cool. One of the questions: do you think people have a problem with focus, or is it more about distraction? And what's the difference?
So, focus is one of those things that I think drives people to complete tasks. And when you have a good focus, you're going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, you're going to get distracted on different directions, this and that. I mean, prime example of folks with ADHD, they don't seem to be able to get a focus, so they're kind of all over the place. And I think we all have a touch of that going on. To me, when I do get to a focus, I seem to accomplish so much more. And so it becomes important to have that focus.
So describe what focus is.
Nice to see you.
Focus means you visibly can see the goal that you're trying to achieve. You have a mental picture of what you want to get done, and you strive to get it done. You commit to it and make it happen.
Does that come easy for some people, do you think? And who would struggle the most with it? Like a lot of people nowadays have ADD or ADHD, and they are convinced that they cannot focus.
Yeah, I think one of the challenges, there's another word that's associated with that I don't think we think about in that relationship a lot, and that's the word hope. And a lot of folks seem to have lost hope. And so when you've lost hope, you can't focus, in my understanding.
Yeah.
So you can't get accomplished what you want to because that lost hope is getting in the way. When things are going well in your life, you seem to get more accomplished. When they're not going well, you seem to get distracted. And I think that's a vicious cycle that people can get into when they're going down that road.
Someone says, I don't know how to focus anymore. What do you think they're really saying? Are they given up? They've lost hope?
It's partly that. It's partly about priorities, too. We all have a list of priorities in our life, or I believe we should live that way.
Yeah.
And that's going to drive us in certain directions. And so when we've got that list of priorities, I can focus on this, or I can focus on that and get it accomplished. My friend Steve is sitting over there, and he's doing a million things at one time and is having challenges getting things completed.
Do you try to advise him?
Well, he knows what's going on. He really does. I mean, he's got a beautiful 64 Corvette that he's putting back together, and he would love to be out driving it in weather like this, but he just can't seem to get the focus to get it all done. Other Corvette that he drives, and his beautiful Raptor pickup truck, you know, and we go out shooting a lot, and we have a lot of other things that we do, but it's just not getting focused.
He seems pretty focused right now, sitting over there.
Well,
On
in
that-
communications, yeah. I mean, we talked about it. Communication is the key to our lives being full. So when we've got good communication going on, we tend to enjoy it.
Which involves both listening and
2 ears, one mouth. We've talked about this. Listen twice as much as you talk.
that's exact, because I walked in here today and there was several of you sitting around. If you were talking, there was quite a few listening.
Yeah.
Who were you listening to?
Actually, I try to listen to everybody.
Okay,
There's 2 or 3 conversations, and that gets a little challenging
I figured that.
to get involved in 2 or 3 conversations. But you can really pick up pieces, you know. We speed read, we pick a couple of words out of a paragraph and that kind of stuff. I think you can do that in conversation too.
Speaking of focus, I have lost focus on our conversation, but that's all right. Where does healthy focus come from? Is it something that comes from passion, or do you think it's more discipline, clarity, or is it something else altogether?
Well, I think having a good set of values is very, very important because that will keep us focused in a direction. And so if we have good values of one kind or another, we're going to move towards that almost automatically. But then when something comes into focus in that direction, it tends to make it easier for us to latch on and continue and get it done. You know, again, going back to Steve, he loves cars. So that becomes a focus for him pretty quickly and pretty easily.
For the listener, if you could give them one exercise to really help them, not just with words, but do you have anything you could show them to help them really understand focus?
So if you don't have a focus, the goals are never going to get accomplished. So setting goals needs to be meaningful, number one.
Yeah.
And then you can set a focus because they're meaningful to you. But you have to think of it like this conceptually. You know, if you got this in front of your face, you can't see anything.
Right.
But a focus is about taking a hole like this and focusing on one thing at a time to get it accomplished. Blocking out everything else, having tunnel vision, so to speak, in one direction. And if you can put things in that kind of focus, you'll accomplish an awful lot more.
I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, wow, that would take work and effort.
It absolutely does.
And discipline.
Yeah. I mean, when I had my business, it takes that kind of focus and understand the whole process that you're trying to achieve. On top of it, my real estate office, I'm supporting 20 other agents. My job.
Yeah.
And so I've really got to stay focused on what's important for each of them in terms of what they want to achieve in working through real estate and whatnot.
What were you telling yourself each day as you were driving to work?
So I would look at what I've got to accomplish to keep the business running.
Yeah.
And then I would focus on the individual agents that I interacted with.
Yeah.
And trying to find ways, and there I use that word I never use, try. Finding ways to motivate them,
Okay.
to help
By
them
helping them focus.
Exactly.
That seems like a really kind of a cool concept.
Yeah. I mean, I believe most of my adult life that I can get everything I want out of life if I help enough other people get what they want.
Yeah.
And it becomes full circle then.
One of the problems I think I have, so I have another book that's like 85% written, and I have not been able to focus, to even go back and review it yet, because I think I'm focused on the other one that I'm doing with my owls. And then I'm thinking, but I need to, so it's like, and to me, I'm excited about all of them.
Right.
So it's like,
Yeah.
but I still, it's like I really do, when I do it, I enjoy doing it, I find it easy to focus.
Right.
But I don't always enjoy.
Oh, focus is difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, we're living life.
Yeah.
There's, 100 things coming at us at any given time.
Yeah.
We're trying to make choices. We're trying to put things in a priority pattern. But then something fun shows up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we get distracted. And then we're off to fun. I told you I'm playing cards tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to the tobacco fields on Saturday.
Okay.
Whatever I was doing and thinking about doing, it's all taking a back seat now because of all this fun.
I totally agree. I had one of those weeks where I played golf on Tuesday, and yesterday I was on a boat.
Yeah.
Today I'm here with
Yeah.
you.
The interesting challenge is for people to be able to put things in priority and then focus. I mean, there are people that say, I want to do this, 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 and this. But they never get to the point of prioritizing it or focusing on one.
Yeah.
And so they don't accomplish, and then they get a little bit upset with themselves because they're not accomplishing what they want to do.
And it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't get upset. You made a choice. Live with the choice. Don't feel guilty. Don't get worried. Just live with your choice for that moment. You can always get back.
And every choice is a consequence, which of course what these podcasts are all about is choice.
Yeah.
Choose what you want to focus on.
Yeah. But it's lots of fun living this way.
Oh, it is.
I mean, especially for me. I know it is for you as well.
That's because we make the choice of that every day. We choose to have a good day. When someone says have a good day, I literally say to them, that's my plan.
Yep.
And I
Happiness
don't
is
know when to do that.
happiness is a choice, not a result. It always
And,
makes things more fun.
How did you choose that cigar today?
So, this is part of an interesting cigar mix. So, my friend Steve Sack owns Dunbar Tobacco and Trust, a cigar company. And this size cigar is called a Lancero. And Steve basically hates Lancero. So, when he opened his company about 11, 12 years ago, everybody was bugging Steve to make a Lancero.
Okay.
And so Steve went through the process 11, 12 years ago to make a Lancero. But the Lancero's name was initials, NLMTHA. The initials stood for Now Leave Me the Hell Alone. And so that cigar was out there for 8 or 9 years. And then Steve thought to himself, I went through, and this is the story, went through about 60 different blends to get that one cigar.
Wow.
In there, he had a number of blends that he liked.
Mm-hmm.
So he put out a 10-pack of his 10 favorite Lancero. Named it GFY, which stood for Good For You, but we all know what it stands for.
Yeah. Go
And this is one of that 10-pack. I bought 3 of them when they came out so I could continue to enjoy them. Because if there was one in there you liked, you had to buy another 10-pack.
Okay.
Because they only came 1 stick to a bottle.
And what number cigars?
This is
you
number 6.
Today?
Well, no.
Oh, okay.
It's
The 6th one.
Lancero number 6
Okay.
in the box. That's all its name is. Lancero number 6.
Okay. Well,
And it just looks like good cigar to smoke.
and how many have you smoked today?
This is 2.
2. And how many will you smoke?
I have 2 now.
All righty. Well, that's another wrap for our podcast for today. So thank you for
Thanks for coming
this time.
down.
My pleasure.